expectations. Here are some results during our work, and we delivered several innovations to the market, got several grants from Tier 1 projects in Web 3.0 space, and we are supported from more than 20 bakers, including Waterdrip and Animoca brands. Especially today, we will share information about our approach, liquid farming. And basically, it is important to understand how our technology works and what is generally the envelope. You just simply can imagine the envelope, digital envelope, where you can put the card, like gift card or original NFT. And inside this NFT as envelope, you can form the special collateral with smart conditions. The collateral can contain different assets, including native coins or ERC20 or NFT with 7-to-1 or 1155 standards, and a huge number of the smart conditions as event locks or time locks, where you can program with no code the timing when this wrapped NFT can be unwrapped. Value lock, which is based on the transactional fee and royalty, which go inside the collateral from each on-chain transaction within the network. Transfer lock, so this is just a simple feature, but that means that you can form in few seconds SBT, soulbound tokens. Functionality to lock the double wrapping in order to ensure that your conditions will not be changed by anyone in the future. You can form the index inside the wrapped NFT. You can set transactional fee to make your wrapped NFT growing from each transaction inside the collateral. And you can set the on-chain multi-royalties to gain income from the each transaction of chain on the secondary market if you are a creator or if you are a service which provide this opportunity. So what is liquid farming or farming 2.0? This is a tool which you can use to farm your tokens or to stake, where you put ERC20 inside wrapped NFT and get back this wrapped NFT on your wallet. Due to that, we use the standard 7-to-1. This is it is a common standard of NFT. This NFT is tradable and can be shared and transferred within any wallets within the network. For sure, you can sell it on any NFT marketplace like OpenSea or Rarible or Blur or anyone else, which support especially necessary network where you're working with. This tool can be used by any projects or community members to make the farming more efficient. So any startups who is gonna have idea is able to launch same tool to provide more attractiveness to the community to farm their tokens. This tool as well is very helpful for incubators or accelerators who manage and combine a number of projects to any wallet applications or launch pads or aggregators of the traffic as well. Also, it is very useful tool for DAO members, traders, or farmers. How it works? Let us consider the use case when Alice come to the farming tool and stake 15 Nifty tokens, and after that she got back the wrapped NFT which he transferred to the Bob. In half a year, Bob is able to harvest the income, or he is able to transfer or resell this NFT. In this case, we see that Bob sold or transferred this unharvested NFT to Charlie, and Charlie is able to push harvest and restake button and get income inside wrapped NFT. Here is the simple transaction which allow transfer rewarded tokens from farming pool to the collateral of any wrapped NFT. After this activity, or after this transaction, Charlie can make another harvest and restake in the same period which was previously settled by the Alice. Here is another step, and you don't need, and Charlie or Alice or Bob don't need to make another transaction to stake. All the conditions could be set automatically. So you need just to push harvest and restake or withdraw as you want. And after the first time is up, any owner is able to unwrap by withdrawal the collateral to the MetaMask wallet. What is the main difference between farming 1.0 and farming 2.0? If we consider the standard mechanic, we will find that there are two main approaches how the users is able to farm or stake the project tokens. They will just put the tokens to the smart contract without receiving anything, or they can receive LP tokens. If they don't receive LP tokens, they cannot transfer the ownership on this farming pool to anyone. If you have LP tokens, you can transfer LP tokens to anyone, and he will be able to get back the original project tokens. But if you transfer LP tokens, you will lose all the conditions which were fixed previously by the first staker. By using farming 2.0, all this functionality not changed. So if you put the project token inside wrapped NFT with especially fixed conditions to farm, you can transfer this NFT within the network, within any wallets, and the owners will receive all the conditions and all the parameters of farming 2.0. He will not have any losses within any transaction. He will gain from the staking during all the period. By the way, there are several key features for the startups and token holders, and the main of them are it is very fast to implement. You can run your farming tool in 2 days. You can increase attractiveness of your farming for your community, because the token holders will not be able to lock their tokens. They can transfer it anywhere at any time or sell it. And as a result, this could be considered as a token dump risk reduction tool, because if you have more farmed tokens, that means you have less risk of token dump. For token holders, it's very simple to manage. You have a full freedom in decision making with how to use this NFT, and it doesn't require any LP tokens. Your assets are tradable, and your farming position in your hand. And finally, the token holders will not have any royal losses. This is most important point for the community. If we look to the interface, we will see the simplest interface with a box where user need to put the number of stake tokens, choose the staking plan and period, and confirm the transaction. After that, he will receive wrapped NFT with the collateral inside and with the set APY which he choose on this box. This NFT is simply could be transferred by the owner from several ways, by using any wallet or a special application by Envelop or by MetaMask or by any NFT marketplace. So here is just simple steps how to identify wrapped NFT with stake tokens, where you can push button transfer and set the receiver address and confirm the transaction in MetaMask. Here we can consider this transaction, and we will find that the token ID 33, according to this picture, let me zoom here. Here is ID 33, was transferred from one wallet to another as a simple ERC-721 wallet. Okay. Also, it could be simply transferred by MetaMask. Only what do you need is just to add this NFT to your MetaMask by adding NFT smart contract address and token ID. Find this special NFT icon inside your MetaMask wallet and send this NFT with choosing receiver token address in the correct box and confirm the transaction. There are very simple steps how any project can implement this tool and run their own farming 2.0 solution. It needs less than 5 days, and it depends on the customization level. If the project don't need any customization, it's possible to run in 2 days. It's very simple. Also, we have example of customization our solution by using Sharksrace team. Let me check if Karina with us.
Yeah, she's
yes, guys, I'm here.
Yeah, Karina, that would be very cool if you could share your experience about this tool and what was your expectation about farming tool. Why did you need about have this tool? Could you please share your experience?
Yes. First of all, thank you very much for being part of this community, and we're very proud to be the users of the Envelop product. We are pretty happy to have this kind of staking because our project also creates a big ecosystem around itself, and this option for us means the ability to add the token utility. So the implementation of the tool was pretty quick and easy, and the interfaces the Envelop provides are pretty convenient and very user-friendly. So we had all the branding activities, and basically our users didn't have a single problem with putting the tokens into the system. So we're pretty much happy with the solution, and we have a very positive experience. Of course, us as developers and our clients as token holders. Maybe Will should add a few words about the project itself.
Yeah, please.
And explain in more details how we use this tool.
Yes, Karina, that would be very cool to hear.
Yeah, in this case, well, Jane, will you please give tell us a few words about the project?
Okay, thank you, Karina. During the Karina's pitch, I just made the staking by using simplest interface, customized simplest interface, and I got the new one, wrapped NFT with 2 Shark tokens inside, which I am able to transfer to anyone. So any questions, or here are my contacts. Please ask.
Well, Alex, thank you very much for delivering a nice, short tech-savvy speech about farming 2.0. By the way, let us finally congratulate Sharks with a happy, successful IPO, which has been conducted in April, if I'm not mistaken. So hope this team are satisfied. So by the way, greetings for George Gallia from WC, our great friend. If I'm not mistaken, our advisor, Manoscope, is also advisor of Sharks. So we've got liquid farming. We've got the first use case of Sharks, and it sounds great. So let me look into the list of our participants. Are we having some questions? We have familiar guys, familiar participants. So Jonathan, great to hear you. Great to see you. So our webinar is going to be quite short. Nonetheless, if we have some questions, please let me know. You may unmute and you may ask a question regarding your project and how liquid farming could be useful for you. By the way, Alex, let me ask you while I'm waiting for the questions. What are, if somebody wants to implement liquid farming in their project, what steps should they undertake? Step 1, step 4, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, and so on.
Yeah, it's very simple. First of all, we need to sign the agreement and proceed payments, which we can receive in the project tokens in form of wrapped NFT for sure, with vesting schedule, which we have done with Sharksrace. Then we need to receive from the project the parameters for the smart contract for this solution, the periods of farming or staking, APY or period reward. And if the project would like to have customization, we need to receive their logo, banner or background, coin icon, maybe domain name if it's required. And after that, we will deploy a custom smart contract, proceed the testings, and launch farming 2.0.
Well, sounds very simple. So I have to ask you, are there any limitations or restrictions or obstacles for implementing farming 2.0, liquid farming, and into a Web3 project? If yes, just name that for our listeners.
For sure, the project need to have their tokens. This is the main.
Let's not discuss. Okay, if you do not have your tokens, do not look at the farming. Just solve the task of having tokens. Okay, that's a joke. Okay, what else?
I don't think we have a special requirement, or the project will need to have any requirement to start to run this application.
What chains are we talking about? What chains should be project should be implemented on what chains? All where Envelop is available, or
we can run this solution on any EVM compatible chains. This is more than 10 chains we have, but basically most part of our partners for sure uses Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, Polygon, something like that. But also we can proceed another one.
Well, let me clarify again, for not to be confused about wrapped NFTs, for not anybody be thinking that this project, a Web3 project who wants to implement this farming, should be dealing with NFT. Am I getting you right that a Web3 project, which has just tokens, ERC20 fungible tokens, it has not to deal with any NFT at all. It cannot be dealing with NFT at all. It has to have just tokens to implement farming. Is it right?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, so your project for implementing Web3 liquid farming should not be dealing with any should not be dealing with NFTs at all. So you don't need to be dealing with non-fungible tokens at all. So your main idea, you just have to be a Web3 project having tokens and any chains such as Ethereum, Binance, EVM compatible chains. So these are the main general simplest conditions to implement web farming 2.0 or liquid farming from Envelop. So if you're not familiar, if you haven't understood from this webinar, just check our Medium. There's a great article named What is Liquid Farming as well. So you may watch with webinar, you may contact Alex personally. So as I do see, we don't have a so I have a question I do see that our Dmitry Demeshko from Business Development Team is also on webinar. Dmitry, if you want to add something to Alex, perhaps hasn't said here, if you want, just unmute your mic and add your brilliant thoughts about farming 2.0. Of course, if you do have a wish. If you don't, just just let us know. Okay,
yes.
so yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'd like to add that the main threats for any others farming services is the custodian issue. And I'd like to point that the project who is implementing the farming tool is the custodian. So there is no possession of tokens to the third party. Envelop is not a possessor, owner, or the custodian of the tokens. So the project is safe and responsible for all tokens put on farming, not the third party. It's your responsibility as a project to do your obligations. And so the all project token put on farming are safe and sound by the blockchain, not by the promises of some kind of third parties. It's very important. So it solved the problem of the guarantee and the issue of trust to these services.
Well, thank you for this addition. We got you. So I think, guys, that we have explained the main idea about liquid farming. We have shown face-to-face the first use case with Sharksrace. Thank you for Karina and Sharksrace team for implementing, for working with Envelop. Do we have to add something in the end? We have no questions, as I do see, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, just let me know. But honestly, I don't see any questions in our Telegram chat yet. Well, so if we have done a lot of job today, so let me thank you for everybody. Or if we have to add something in the end, just let me know. I hope we don't have. So thank you very much for joining us today. This has been a webinar dedicated to liquid farming or farming 2.0, brought to you by Envelop team, DAO Envelop team. Envelop is a DAO regarding the first ever wrapped NFT implemented on more than 12 chains. So join our resources. We are everywhere. We have been everywhere. Telegram, YouTube, Medium, Twitter, wherever you may find us. And stay tuned with us if you are interested in such a interesting tool. So follow our resources and contact our business development team, Alex Kuzin, or anybody else, and consider to implement this amazing solution, liquid farming and farming 2.0, into your amazing Web3 project. And who knows, perhaps the next webinar you will be joining us and tell us how are you satisfied with this solution. So thank you very much for watching and listening.
Thank you. Thank you, John.
And bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye.